Thank you for subscribing to the channel. It's much appreciated. And for those of you that haven't subscribed yet, it would be much appreciated. It'll only take you a second. Thank you. Now, what I want to talk to you about today is a little bit more of artificial intelligence and how it can help or hinder with your self-publishing projects. And I'm all wrapped up as usual. It's only 3 degrees C outside, and it's a bit windy, blowy with it, so got to keep wrapped up, especially at my age. Now, I've invested in ChatGPT Plus, and it's $20 every month, but I'm using it an awful lot, and I'm being locked out an awful lot, or I reach a certain point after a few hours where I've used it for too many things, and then I have to wait a little while. Well, for $20 a month, I think it's a good investment at this time, so we'll see how it goes. The difference I've found between ChatGPT Plus and the regular free version is speed. First off, I can type something in, it's not that advanced to be able to write down or give me an example of what I'm asking for before I've actually asked. But maybe that's something for the future. But it's quick. It is really quick. It really puts it out there. Now there's 2 modes. Default mode. Let me just go onto the computer here. If I go to the top here, there is default and legacy. Now if we can just get this little page up here, this is a comment from ChatGPT, and the main difference between ChatGPT default and legacy is the size of the model and the training data used to train the model. The default model used by ChatGPT is a much larger model that was trained on a much larger and diverse corpus of text data compared to the legacy model. The default model has 1.3 billion parameters and was trained on a data set that includes text from the internet, books, and other sources, while the legacy model has 117 million parameters and was trained on a smaller data set. Well, the difference there, 1.3 billion and 117 million. Now, when you get the free version, you're getting the legacy model. Now, what I've always hated about certain things that hold back, it's like a chess game. It's like when you go on the computer and you go against the computer and you can click easy or beginner or whatever, novice, and it's holding back. It'll do silly things that on purpose, so you're not really getting a proper game. So anything but the best it can do is not worth playing. Yeah, you're going to get hammered, but at the same time, why do you want something that's going to give up? So I'll go on. As a result, the default model is generally expected to perform better on a wide range of tasks and to generate more coherent and natural sounding text. However, the legacy model may still be useful in certain contexts where a smaller, more lightweight model is required, or where the training data used by the legacy model may be more appropriate for the tasks at hand. Now, I'm using this like I would do Google, except, I don't know the biases of this. Somebody's put something together, or it's only searching for certain things on the internet. Like Google, I could type something into Google. If I wanted some news, I wouldn't likely be getting the news I want to hear or read. I'd be getting what Google wants me to, probably wants me to read. So if I put something in about, let's just say, for the argument's sake, about Ukraine and how things are going, I will get probably a biased view of what's going on, instead of an even view, and even a view from both sides of an issue. So I don't know how this works with that, but I'm using it for research, and it works great. And I'll go back to this. Now, the reason I say is it the death of originality. It could be for a lot of people, People who are really only into self-publishing for the money and not for, and I can't blame people. We all need money, and it's another source of income. Depends on the kind of self-publishing you want to do. But for those people that couldn't care less about how their book comes over to the reader, other than they're going to sell more, then yeah, this is they can actually write a book with this. Now, I'm going to choose a children's book. So let me just come up with something. I'm going to type something in here. Bear with me. I'll have the cactus family, okay? The headphone wearing cactus family, children's book, okay? So I'll type in, write me a children's story in 500 words, which I think is the cap at the moment, in 500 words about a headphone wearing cactus family. It flies. As soon as I press the button, it flies, and that wasn't the case with the legacy version. Let's just see how it started this story. Once upon a time, in a desert not too far away, there was a family of cacti who loved to listen to music. The only problem was that their prickly spines made it difficult to wear headphones comfortably. Until one day they discovered a magical pair of headphones that could fit perfectly over their spines. The cactus family consisted of a father cactus, a mother cactus, and their two children. The father cactus was the tallest of the family, with a sturdy green body covered in long spines. The mother cactus was a shorter and rounder cactus the mother cactus, was shorter and rounder. See, we're getting a picture here of a man and a woman, how it considers them, which is kind of strange, isn't it? Now, as I scroll down here, it ends with, and so the cactus family lived happily ever after, listening to music, making new friends, and enjoying the beauty of the desert. They had found a magical pair of headphones that had brought them closer than ever before, and they knew that they would always cherish their love of music and each other. Now, there's 500 words roughly in that. And what if I wanted to continue it? So let's just type continue. Hold on. As the days went by, the cactus family continued to practice the... See, it's continuing the story. Let's see how this finishes. They continue to inspire others with their music and their story for generations to come. Can I continue on that? Despite their success, the cactus family never let fame go to their heads. It just goes on and on and on. But it looks like quite an interesting story. I might read later. Right, so this is the problem we've got. Yeah, it sounds like a fair enough story, and probably better than a lot of people could put together. But it's not necessarily natural. And I think if you go from one page to the next, you'll be able to see the difference or notice the difference as it drags the story out. I asked it, can you write a book using ChatGPT? The answer, as an AI language model, I am capable of generating text in response to a wide variety of prompts, but I do not possess the creativity or intentionality required to write a book. Writing a book involves much more than generating text. You see, that's basically what it's doing. It requires a well-planned plot, well-developed characters, and a clear message or theme. You see, when it comes to the characters in a book, you're as a writer, you're putting your imagination in there. You know what these characters want to do, want to be. It looks as them as cardboard cutouts, really. They're just something in the story. These are all things that require human creativity and intentionality, which I, as an AI, do not possess. However, I can assist and support human authors in various ways. For example, I can generate ideas for plots, provide information and research on various topics, offer suggestions for character development, and even help with editing and proofreading. I can also generate short stories or articles on specific topics, but creating a full-length book requires human creativity, inspiration, and intent. Is AI the death of originality? Well, no, not at all. I mean, it took my imagination to come up with the headphone wearing cactus family. Would it have been able to do that? Would it have known what it was doing? It doesn't have any feelings. So no, I think that we're going to see a lot of books out there, an awful lot of books, um, say published, put together by people not particularly interested in writing or learning to write or having any writing skills at all, just really in it for the money. And that's, like I say, it's a business like any other. I mean, if that's what they want, then that's what they're going to do. That's entirely up to them. That could be up to you. There'll be certain books where I'll do a lot of research and I'll be using this to do it. But there'll be nothing like a children's book, nothing like a novel. There will be non-fiction based, and I'll be doing my research through this because I can, like I said before, I can type into Google. I'd rather type into this than I would Google, and I think that's where Google's going to find itself in a bit of trouble at some point, unless it can come up with the best AI and incorporate that into its search engine. And that's it. Let me know what you think in the comments. How do you see the future?